everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a good old-fashioned makeup tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right now. I actually really like how this look turned out. I was just kind of playing around with this eyeshadow palette that I got in a BoxyCharm last month. This is the Violet Voss Essentials eyeshadow palette, full of really beautiful shades like neutrals and jewel tones, and I just thought, why not combine as many of them as I can on my lid and just create a fun look. So yeah, this is the look that I came up with, and I had a lot of fun just sitting around and kind of winging it, honestly, no pun intended. But you know, in today's day and age with everything going on, sometimes you just really need an outlet to just kind of disconnect and focus on yourself. And to me, that's makeup and creating new looks and playing around with all the products in my collection and, you know, swatching and organizing and researching and all that stuff. That really brings me joy in this kind of department. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this look. Let me know what you think. And without further ado, if you want to see how I got this, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. Alright, so first things first, I'm starting off with this pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of this yet. I used it once and I didn't think my shadow looked the best, but during this, it actually turned out pretty good. So, still TBD. Then I'm going into the Violet Voss Essentials eyeshadow palette, and on my Morphe M504, taking the shade Sand as a nice light transition color. And then I'm going into Dusty Rose, a light pink blush shade, and then on this natural hair Morphe brush, just kind of blending that deeper into my crease, but still giving the overall look a nice wash of color. And then I'm taking Cinnamon, which is this really pretty warm kind of plum dark shade. And on this Luxie brush, I'm just really intensifying my crease. And I love doing this. If you have hooded eyes, this is a great trick to kind of make your eyes look a lot more open, a lot bigger. And I just literally buff that along my crease line, not above, not below. And it really just helps add some definition. Then I'm going back in with Sand, that initial transition shade, and just buffing that into the edges as well so the line doesn't look super harsh. And then I'm going into Emerald, which is this really, really pretty kind of foiled emerald green. And then on this Luxie brush, I'm just packing that into my outer corner. And you're going to see here that I layer the colors, but I wanted to put an initial application down. So I'm just putting that into my outer corners. And then I am taking Gold. This is more of a shimmer, not as much of a foil, but I'm just tapping that directly on the center of my lid to add some brightness and some dimension on that same Luxie brush. And then I'm taking Plumberry, which is probably the least pigmented out of the three of those, to be honest, but I put that on the inner corner of my lid, so it kind of fades from green to gold to purple, and I actually really loved the color combo at the end. So you can see I sprayed my brush with my setting spray, and I'm going back into each color to intensify the payoff. Okay, and then I'm taking my Luxie brush again with that cinnamon shade and just kind of defining the crease line again. Then I'm taking Dusty Rose and buffing that into my transition area as well, just for that final nice little wash of transition color. Then it's eyeliner time. I'm going into the Balm Schwing eyeliner to make a thin-ish, pretty thin wing liner. And you can see the e.l.f. tape, the line and define tape I laid down is really helpful when it comes to looks like these, and just wing liner in general. Then it's time for my face. I'm actually taking the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Mattifying Primer. And I'm just laying this down. It's a little bit old, so it was a little bit thick and hard to pump out, especially with that tube. And then I'm going into foundation, and this is super exciting because I am taking the Orce Causemetics Come Closer foundation. This is actually my friend Alicia's brand, so congrats girl, you are doing an amazing job. She actually sent me this little kit. This is like their medium experience kit, and it comes with 3 mini bottles of foundation in varying shades of medium. So I actually took 030 and 040 because I was a little bit tanner, and this is a really nice, beautiful medium to full buildable coverage. It is pretty luminous. You will see that once I'm done, it's a very luminous finish, at least on my skin. So I wouldn't necessarily use this on like a super hot day, but of course there are products you can use to help mitigate that shine. But if you are dry to normal, you will absolutely love this foundation. So congrats girl, OrceCosmetics.com, go check it out. And then I'm taking my J.Cat Beauty Aquassurance Concealer, and I'm just highlighting my face. And then I'm going to spot conceal with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. As always, whenever I do tutorials or get ready with me's, I always list the products in the description box below so you can always see the shade names, etc. Then I'm just blending that out with a BH Cosmetics brush. Okay, and then I'm actually going into this Alamar Cosmetics Brighten and Bronze Trio in, this is medium tan. And then I am taking this brightening shade, actually, not my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, but I actually been loving this shade. This is the shade Woke, I believe, and I'm just using that to highlight and set my face. And then also going with the Beauty Bakery Flower Powder, translucent powder, just to set the rest of my face on a big, fluffy e.l.f. brush. I'm also going back into the Alamar palette to bronze. These are not contour and bronzer shades. These are strictly bronzers. So I took the deepest bronzer out of the two to just chisel out and warm up my face. And then I'm just carving that out with the Beauty Bakery Flower Powder. Okay, and then I'm taking this Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Vintage Rouge. I apologize, I totally forgot that Physicians Formula is not cruelty free anymore. Wait, and I wasn't thinking when I reached for it, but this is a really nice blush nonetheless. Then I'm just going to do my brows off camera with my usual products, e.l.f. Brow Lift Pencil and my Milk Brow Gel. Then I'm taking these Kiss lashes and my Duo Black Lash Glue. I still think the clear Kiss one is better, but I'm not popping those on yet. I'm just waiting for the lash glue to dry. And in the meantime, going back in with Dusty Rose on my lower lash line just to liberally apply that before I go in with my more precise dark color, which you will see I am going to be taking the black shade. And Violet Voss black shadows are some of the most pigmented shadows ever. They're seriously so good, so a little goes a long way. Just buffing that all along my lower lash line on my Morphe M213. And then I'm going into Sand, that initial transition shade, and I'm also just smoking that on my lower lash line so the black didn't look super duper harsh. Then I'm going back in and popping on those Kiss lashes. As you will see, I only got the right one to stick. I tried the left and then it kind of didn't work. So I'm like, okay, I'll apply that later. Then I'm going into this Model's Own highlight in the shade Golden Sand on this Morphe M501 brush. And this is a really pretty, kind of like a pinky highlight, I would say. It's more pinky than gold, but still really reflective. Highlighting my inner corners and my brow bone. Why did I say it like that? Brow bone as well. Okay, and then I'm taking my Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara just to apply to my lower lash line. This is a great mascara overall, one of my favorites, but this is really nice for the lower lash line, especially because the wand is so precise and thin. Okay, now it's time for lips. I'm going in with this Catrice Lip Foundation Lip Liner. It's a nice nude shade. These are not the most long wearing, but they are very creamy and do glide on. Now I'm just taking my ColourPop Wish Ultra Satin Lip. It was a collaboration with Delilah, and this is a really pretty warm kind of peachy nude. It's a little bit peachier than Strip, but not as peachy as Echo Park if you're familiar with those colors in their range. It's a really nice medium nude, and I love it. And I'm just setting my face with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and we are done, you guys. Oh, we're not done. Sorry, I forgot to wipe off my bake. I always forget to do that. But yeah, I'm just wiping it off. As you can see, it's a little bit more intense since I set my face. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!